Please save me. This I first, this ever happened. I am going to have to suffer the loss. What am I going to know? How am I going to do this? And then the Monday after Mother's Day, that's when I was going to execute the plan. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Kadz, and this is Wine with Kadz. So before I get into today's video, I just want to give a huge shout out to all of you guys who have been supporting me, and commenting on the videos. The singing video, I'm still kind of mortified, but hey, I did it and I'm here. Yeah man, you guys have been a real rock, and I'm just trying my best to ensure that I can give you the entertainment that you guys need. But today is kind of a serious video. I don't know if anyone wants a serious video. And please don't mind the background noise. Somebody way up in the hills play some music. And I hope they not disturb the video. You might hear it. But anyway, please go ahead, like, comment, and also please subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Wine with Kadz is almost a year old in August, and I would really love to reach 1,000 subscribers by then. So guys, just go and subscribe to the channel, because I know that a lot of you watch the channel and I have not yet subscribed, so please subscribe to the channel. So this video is why I bought myself a rose. Disclaimer, the story what I'm about to share might be triggering, so if it is that you don't want to hear about suicide and all those kind of things, then you can come off of the video but still like it. All right, so this is why I bought myself a rose. This was in May, this last month, right? I don't want to pay too much attention on what the issue is, but I'm gonna give you some backstory. So in May, as most of you know, I have been operating my business Kadz Gray LLC, and for Mother's Day, for Valentine's Day we did the love box, and for Mother's Day we did the Mother's Day box. And leading up until that time, I was assisting someone with their office and so forth, and I willingly decided that I'm going to go ahead and assist this person with the opening of their business and doing whatever it was that was needed. But because I realized that I am a people pleaser, and that is for many reasons, I guess, compensating for for being called average, for being told that I'm not enough, and for feeling as though I'm not enough for my self-esteem issues. I went above and beyond for this person. Initial stages, I would be at the office every day, all day, and the agreement was that I would go in, assist with the office, and also I would be given the time to do my paintings. But because my name Kadz, and because I want everybody to be happy with the work that I'm doing, I kind of pushed my work aside. I never give Kadz Gray LLC the attention that it needed, and so started to make some decisions that were not beneficial to my business, to the point where the boxes started to come in. So I decided, all right, we'll go to the box, and I collaborated with my friends and so forth, and then I realized that I'm crunched for time. There was so many stuff that I needed and I couldn't get it, and I felt like I was under pressure, like my anxiety to rise and all sort of stuff. And then some other things started to happen, and I started to feel underappreciated, and may start feel like I say a lot of things. Anyway, all of what was happening, me feeling like I'm giving my best, this person expressing or showing that they are not satisfied with what I was doing, and me shortchanging my business. Now I started to feel trapped, like what am I going to do now? Like I started to feel trapped, like I'm giving so much of myself, and it just feel like I started to become overwhelmed. Remember say I offered my services, so me not go and I'm bashing nobody, but that's the reality. Anyway, so the boxes start come, people start order the boxes. I have not started my part of the boxes because the supply is not reach, like a whole bunch of stuff. Like it started to feel like, Kadz, you're not gonna be able to pull this off. and people start order the box, people start pay for the box, and I'm like backed in the corner like, how am I going to do this? It got to the point where I had to stop running the ads on Instagram because I said I get too much orders. We had already decided as a group how many how many boxes we're gonna do. The feeling of being overwhelmed, we just start say, all right, whatever amount of boxes is there. And also we kind of shortchange ourselves because, to be honest, we never really make a profit from the box. And it's like you invest so much of yourself into this and there is nothing in return. You understand? So I knew what was happening. I knew what was going to happen with regards to the box. And I'm like, we can't go back to the people them and say, oh, give me $1,000 more or give me $2,000 more because the box is already. No, that don't make no sense. So I decided that, all right, I am going to have to suffer the loss. But in that moment, when everything started crumbling down, I started to believe that, Kadeen, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve this talent. You don't deserve this gift. All the way you decide to go do, you decide to go quit your job and you go do this, and an hour workout. And the next thing I knew, the suicidal thoughts started to come rushing in. If it don't make no sense, Kadeen, might as well just kill yourself. Might as well just, because nobody in business with you anyway, so might as well just go on. That was what the thoughts were telling me. Nobody knows this. Well, probably one person know this, but I actually started to plan. Like, I started the research. This ever happened, right? And I started to plan, all right, how I'm going to execute this suicide mission. Guys, me really, I'm putting this out there because I have talked to God about it. I know that during this time, people are going through a lot right now, and the only reason I'm putting this out there is because I feel like my story or how I was able to overcome this can help somebody. When I put this out there for nobody pity me, I don't want anybody to pity me. Don't feel sorry for me. I'm honestly not seeking any pity. I'm just letting you know what the story is and how I was able to get over it. So I started to plan. I started research. I planned that, all right, I'm going to take all the pills in my house. I had about, I don't know how much pill, but I have one box of ibuprofen, and I tell myself I'm going to take all of it. And I started to research what the side effects of overdosing on ibuprofen would be, and it tell me, say, you know, in rare cases it would lead to death. I say, I kind of really want something to get me out of here. And I planned that, all right, I go try and get some more so that I can, you know, so I'm saying I go try and get some more so that, you know, you would execute the plan. So I said to myself that I am going to complete the boxes, send them out, and then the Monday after Mother's Day, that's when I was going to execute the plan. That was my plan. I was planning this for about a week. I was at this office by myself, and the thoughts just come. And I'm like, God, you have to save me. You have to save me, because nothing can go so. Nothing can go so. My God, you have to save me. And from that moment, like the whole day, I was just there praying. I said, God, you have to save me. Suicide is not the way that I am going to leave this world. Depression not gonna get me out of here. Depression is not of you. Mental illness is not of you. Yes, we know that they exist, but it's not of you. And if I surrender my everything to you, you can help me get over this. People cure from cancer, people cure from diabetes, people cure from all sorts of things. Why is it that I can't be cured from my depression and all these things? I can be cured. And I tell this thing, it was like a spiritual tug of war, like a spiritual warfare, where it's like everything just starts reveal itself to me. Why this is happening, everything start reveal itself to me. And when the day came, I had no thought of committing suicide. I felt better, let's say that. I felt better. And so sometime after Mother's Day was Nurse's Day. We had decided that we're gonna get the nurse a gift at work. So I was going online on Thai Flora, and it's like, why wouldn't I get her one bouquet of roses and blah blah blah. So I didn't bother, and I saw that, you know, they had these beautiful roses. So this is from me. My rose is still alive. I kept it in the fridge. So I realized that they had these, and I said, I'm gonna know. I just said to the ladies, I just called them and ordered it and had it delivered the following day. And this is to tell myself that, Kadeen, you are deserving of everything that God has created you to be. You are deserving of your talent. You are deserving of love. You are deserving of patience and kindness. You are deserving of everything that you are sent here to get. You are very talented. You are beautiful inside and out. Your superpower is love. And Kadeen, you are more than enough. And when the rose got there, I start get emotional, like something I know, say me by myself the rose. The rose is symbolic to me of life, of a second chance, and the devil could have won. The devil could have won. Going through that experience, nobody can tell me say these things. Like, the devil does not want you to live. The devil don't want you to be happy, and so he will want you to live in the past and to think of all these negative things to keep you down and to keep you depressed and to keep you all that kind of stuff. Now, I am an advocate for mental illness. I will talk up about mental illness. But when you realize that it's more than just on the surface, to me, it is more than just a chemical imbalance. It is literally a tug of war. Most of the people them who publicly have committed suicide, they are talented people, creative people, people who have a lot, all of us, as a matter of fact, have a lot to offer to this world. And I must tell you this, the devil knows that there is greatness in you. The devil knows what your superpower is. The devil knows your potential. The devil knows, say, God can use you, or God plans to use you for great things. The only way we can execute the plans that God has for us is if we completely surrender ourselves, our lives, our purpose to Him. That's the only way I could have overcome this disease, this illness. When I realized, say, Kadeen, this is not just you fighting. This is God fighting for you. This is something greater than you want to take you out of this world. And you have to wake up and realize, say, you have so much to offer. You have to wake up and realize that, Kadeen, if you take away yourself from this world through suicide, first of all, you're not going to go to heaven. And there will be so many persons who will not have been blessed by your talents, by your gifts, by your personality, by your awesomeness. I'm not being cocky, I'm not being self-centered or anything, but it's time for us to look at ourselves as God sees us. We need to see ourselves through the eyes of God. We are favored. He made us in His likeness and in His own image. What that mean? We are beautiful, we're fearfully and wonderfully made. So anything will make you feel as though you are less than or you're inadequate, not serve no space in your life. Anything that's going to make you feel undervalued, worthless, as though you're not enough, is not of God and serves no place in your life. And God, I try to show you, say, hey, I only want what is best for you. I want you to live in the greatness that I have already placed in you. And honestly, because of this, because I have now been submerging myself into the Word, into God, they have praise and worship, realizing certain things, like, when I tell them, like, my friends then probably start get annoyed by me right now. But it is a literal spiritual warfare. The devil come to steal, destroy, and devour, and he come to kill. So he might go steal your happiness, he might go steal your joy, he's gonna steal your relationships, he's gonna make sure, say, him destroy everything around you and within you, and then isolate you, and then terminate you. That is the plan of the devil. When you start straying from God, and you're like, oh, you're not too bad. You take out one foot and you're over here saying a lukewarm corner, and you're like, boy, you're not too bad over here, so, maybe we can just take our next step out a little bit more, and then you're so far from God. But we need to remember, say, if we're far from God and a God leave where we leave God. See, so far from God is like, you're so guilty to run back to Him and say, God, what may I do? Please save me. And then sometimes it's just too late. Sometimes it's too late. Oftentimes we die spiritually, we don't die physically. We die spiritually, and we lose everything that we've worked so hard to gain. Everything even your sense of self. And God allow it so that we can remember, say, hey boo, hey, I'm the only one you're supposed to serve. Nothing is supposed to come before me. Not your relationships, not your earthly relationships, not your business, not your money, not your possessions. God is first. And once we realize that God is first and foremost, and we make God priority in our lives, that's when everything starts to become clear. Like, I'm not telling no lie. I posted the other day on WhatsApp. I have not been depressed since that time. I haven't had any feeling of depression. I have had days when I'm sad, but I can distinguish between sadness and depression, and I have not felt depressed. Have thoughts crossed my mind about suicide? Yes, but I've not been depressed to the point where we can't go on and all that kind of something in a while, and I'm grateful for that. The peace that God has given me in this last month is unspeakable. Like, you know, they talk about the peace that passes all understanding. Like me say, like, it's like people suppose I want, like, nothing now going for you, Kadeen. Nothing now really going for you. You understand? How you at peace? How are you so at peace? Because I know that the God that I serve have me back. If I fall, he's right there to pick me up. Me know, say, I am wrapped in the bosom of his arms. I am alone, but I'm not lonely because God is with me. And one thing I have learned is not to live in the past. Mistakes that I have made, and we're not perfect. None of us are. And we've all made mistakes. Mistakes I've made, I have forgiven myself for them. I've asked God to forgive me for them. And I know that he has forgiven me for them. I don't live in the past anymore. I don't dwell on the mistakes that I have made. I have accepted Kadeen, flaws and all. There is nothing physically about myself that I would want to change. And right now, I have decided that the negative aspects, the depression, the anxiety, whatever else comes with that, stubbornness, because I can be stubborn. I'm not going to focus on something that I'm going to focus on the positives that make Kadeen. I'm going to focus on all the things that God has placed in me, what I can recognize. I'm going to focus on the things that I'm good at. So I'm going to make sure, say, all right, I'm good at painting, I'm going to be better at it. I am good at speaking, I'm good at creativity, I'm good at loving people, I'm good at laughing, I'm good at doing something there. So I'm going to focus on something. I'm going to make sure that those things, you know, me not forget, say, all right, Kadeen, yeah, you have your little mistakes and yeah, you have your things to work on, but me not going to focus on those things, right? I'm not going to focus on them. I'm going to focus on the things that makes Kadeen an amazing person. As I said before, it's not self-centered, it's not being cocky, it's not being bossy, but it's seeing yourself the way that God sees you. God is enamored by you. God is in love with you. And if it is that you love somebody, if you love somebody, you accept them flaws and all. And if I am so willing to love everybody else, flaws and all, there's nobody out there who can say, oh, if I love you, me I go change you. Me not go change you. You go have your little ways in for work, man, but me not go put in no work for try and change you, boo. Me not do that. I'll pray for you, and that is an act of love. I'll pray for you, and God will do the work when if you do. I'm not the judge of you, right? So if I am saying that I am willing and freely accepting of other people, loving people, why can't I do the same for myself? If I'm not as hard on myself, I will not get depressed. If I'm not as hard on myself to try to please people who I care about, to try and, you know, make sure that this person happy, this person happy, this person happy. Me I always depressed. Me I always have anxiety because I'm always going to try to make sure that you are happy before I am happy, and that's not okay. Can't pour from an empty cup. And God already gives them what they're supposed to do. God already gives them their assignment. If I can't look at myself as a temple of the Lord, if I can't look at myself as someone who is chosen by God, me I always in the rut. I always think negatively about myself. I'm always going to be down and under. But if I start looking at all the things that makes Kadeen great, then that's when the flip come in. The devil can't steal my joy. I have an unspeakable joy right now, and the peace that passes all understanding. Like me, I sleep more than me think I need to sleep right now. I'm sleeping through the night. Me used to have issues. Me used to have insomnia. Me used to wake up 3 o'clock every night. No, ooh, me? Not anymore. I sleep right through the night. Sometimes I have to say to myself, Kadini, I get lazy because I'm sleeping and I'm doing well. I'm grateful. Very, 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 very grateful for everything that has led me to this point, the good and the bad. Everything that I've gone through has made me into this person that I am. And people will hurt you. People have hurt me. Family, friends, other loved ones would have hurt me. But what I'm grateful for is that through the hurt and through the pain, I don't have any anger. I don't have any resentment. I don't have any bitterness towards anybody. And that's how I know that God lives within me. And because I couldn't offer my own. I couldn't offer my own because if I were me one master, I am pretty sure that the bitterness and the anger and the resentment and wanting to take revenge would be there. But God, Christ lives within me, and I'm just grateful for his love, his kindness, and his forgiveness, and his grace. Like, my hope's gonna really listen to this far in the video, but I just want to say, if it is that you are going through something similar, people have hurt you, life hurt you, we in this whole pandemic situation, right? And you feel like I say you can't do, and you feel like you're not done. You feel down and under. You feel as though the world is crashing down. You feel like, hey, it's not gonna get no better. I am here to tell you that it does get better. It does get better. Okay, and I like to have like 20 orders waiting for me to do any painting. I don't see anything right now physically where I can say, okay, one miracle to work up, but I know that God is on the job. I know that God is on the job. Like right now, I am just content with where I am in life. I'm content with where God has me, and that contentment as well as hope for the future. Let me know, say, I go, all right, and I'm not going to hear about it. I'm not going to hear about all the other lovely things that will take place for the rest of this year, because I am going where the Lord leads me. So back to what I was saying. If it is that you are someone who is, feeling depressed, feeling lonely, feeling sad, I am a living example that, hey, it gets better. God promises that he will never leave you nor forsake you. He'll give you the desires of his heart, of your heart. All you have to do is to love him unconditionally and surrender yourself to him. Forgive yourself for the things that you have done in the past. We all make mistakes, and we're all human beings, and God knows that we would have made those mistakes from before we even make them. But he's a compassionate God. He's a loving God. You are very important and special to him. You need to run to God. You need to run to God. If you feel like I say, this is the day you go take your life, you need to run to God. Honestly, put on the whole armor of God, because God knows why you take your life. God is not pleased with us if we take our lives. God knows why you take your life. The devil will win if you take your life, and we don't want the devil to win. Victory belongs to Jesus. All praise and honor and glory belongs to Jesus. When you hurt yourself, you hurt God. Just remember that God has placed greatness in you, and he has placed his light in you, and he wants to live within you so that people can see his good works happening through you. When you surrender your everything and your all and your entire being to God, there's no way you can lose. There is absolutely no way you can lose. I didn't really plan to come on here to preach, but when I decided to do this video, I prayed about it, and God, I am wanting to believe that the Holy Spirit is leading this. I don't know if you can tell, but I am so happy. Like, really happy. When you're in love, it's like that. It's like that, like God just loved me and I love him back. And I am nothing without him, and I couldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be here right now if it was not for his grace and his mercy. So I just pray that you guys be kind to yourself. I pray that you guys understand that God is the author of your lives, and he has everything in control, and he just wants you to be happy, and he wants you to serve him. And when we give him the control of our lives, it's so much easier. We don't have no manual for life. We have no manual, like say when we're born, our parents and get one manual and say, all right, Kadina, so and so you're supposed to go. No, them teach you based off of what they thought was best. No, we not have this figured out. This life thing is really gruesome, but when we decide to, all right, God, I am giving you full control of my life. Like, see the remote here, God, bleed me. Turn the volume up over yourself. Turn it, whatever you want to do, God, do it. Once we give him control over our lives, like, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Most of us just want to have the control over our lives and other people's lives. But once we give him the control over our lives, like, we can't go wrong. People, we can't go wrong. We can't go wrong. But anyway, I pray that you guys will have a peaceful week. Yeah, I want you guys to have a wonderful week, a peaceful week. I want you guys to know that you are loved, you are blessed, you are more than enough, and you are deserving of everything that God has placed in you. You are kings and queens. God loves you with his everything. And I love you because, yeah, I love you. I love you for supporting me. I love you for your encouraging words. I love you for still being here. And I pray that God blesses you all. May he give you all your heart's desires. One more look at the rose, guys. It smells like fridge. I need a... If it was out, I'm sure it would be dead by now, but don't you like my rose? I think I'm gonna make this be the thumbnail. Anyway, guys, bye. Thank you for having a sip of wine with Kadz. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.